Hello friends, welcome to my channel Go Digit. Today in this video we will learn one of the functional concept of Business Central uh, called processing rules in configuration packages. So let me click on search bar and we type here configuration packages. Select this. So when you open this for the first time, be it you're working in a production environment or a sandbox environment, you will be greeted with this one of the default configuration packages which comes uh, here, and as you can see that some tables have already been added by default. So for those who don't know, basically the configuration package concept or the process is uh, actually helps the users to import the data and export the data from the business central and within the business central, right? So because we have multiple processes running on, be it sales process, purchase process, manufacturing process, and we deal with so much data into it, so sometimes it becomes tedious to find a way to export your data or to import your data into this ERP system, and thus this process called configuration package helps us that we can maintain our data in Excel, and then we can directly import and export that thing or that data via Excel into the business central. So that is the main crux of this process. But today, what we will learn about uh, in this particular configuration package is that there is a concept of processing rules in the configuration package. So we will particularly cover that part. Okay, so let me do one thing. I will click on new. We will create a new configuration package card. So here what we will do is that we will try to import purchase order data. So I want to create purchase orders into the system. Okay, so that's how I will use this configuration package card. Okay, so pu data, or I can type here purchase order data. My business central version is 25.0. Language will be English. Exclude the configuration tables at the moment because I don't need them. Okay, so now here in this line part we have to add the table IDs of purchase order. So we know that purchase order is a document is made up of two tables. One is called purchase header and one is called purchase line. So we will add both those two tables one by one into the lines. So the table ID of the purchase header table is 38. So as soon as you type here 38, and you will be greeted with the name called purchase header. In the second line I will type, some fields have two or more related tables, do you want to check them? No, at the moment. Then we will type here 39 and it's a purchase line, right? So now we have added both our two tables. Okay, so now you see this parent table ID here in this 39. I would like to add 38 as the parent table, which means that uh, my configuration package card will make sure that before inserting this line, it should insert the data in the purchase header, right? So this is the way, and currently you can see that number of package records are 0 because I have not imported anything. Number of fields available, number of fields included to validate, and so on. Number of package errors 0. So after adding your tables, what we have to do is we have to select this first line and then click on fields. By default all the fields are selected in my configuration package card, so let me clear all those included fields, and now the by default only two fields are showing up which are included because These two fields are the primary key fields, so that is why they are by default selected. One is called document type and second is called number. Then the third field I want is by from vendor number. Uh, then let me select location code, vendor posting group, currency code if I want I can add. Then vendor invoice number. Then we will add some more fields. Let me search for the field called VAT. Yes, VAT business posting group. Right, so these are the fields I want to add or I want to import into my uh, purchase order, right, which I want to create. So this is the thing, I have selected my required fields, but of course if you are running your ERP system and based on, because sometimes major customizations are also involved, so you have to consider all those fields which are mandatory for your system, which are essential, and you cannot create or process your purchase order without the data into those fields. So you have to add all those fields which are mandatory for your purchase order, and then only proceed further. Okay, so I'll click on close. Same activity we have to do for the purchase line as well. Here I have to first do the clear included, and then by default the required primary key fields are there. Okay, then I select buy from vendor number, then type, then item number, then location code, then the quantity, and I think these fields are enough, but let me see if any other field I can add. uh, we can select maybe general business posting group and product posting group, just to see whether it has the fields showing up correctly. Then VAT business and VAT product posting group. Okay, and I think that's it. So I'll click on close. So now we have selected all the required fields which I want to play with, right? So you can see here that number of fields included for the first table are 8 and number of fields included for the second table are 12. Okay, so now what we can do is that either if I want to go one by one with one Excel, then I can select this table, and from here I can export to Excel. Okay, but if I want collectively work into one Excel, then I can go and click export to Excel from the ribbon itself. So I click on export to Excel, click on yes. So here it is, my Excel is successfully created, right? So here you can see that in the first sheet I got the data for purchase header, in the second sheet I got the data for purchase line. Okay, so this is the data which is currently available in my system. Okay, it's not something that this data comes out of nowhere. It's just that all this data is available in the form of purchase orders into my business center. So if I type here purchase order, then you will see that this data is still available. All right, now because this data is available and I don't want all this thing, So I can delete this, and same I'll do it for purchase line as well. So I'll select all and click on delete sheet rows. So this is also deleted. Okay, so now you can see that because the existing data is also showing up for me, showing up to me, so it is easy that I can fill my data based on this information. Okay, so document type is order. Definitely it should remain the order because I want to create purchase order into the system, so it will remain set as order. Now for this number, uh, I really want to play with the manual numbers, so I want to type here my manual numbers. Let's say K0001 and K0002, right? Two purchase order number I want to input here. So but before that, if you really want to go with the manual numbers, then you have to set your number series accordingly. So in order to know that which number series is currently assigned to your purchase process or purchase order process, then first of all you have to go to the purchases and payable setup, and here in the number series section, if you click on show more, then you can see here that for the order numbers this number series is set up. Okay, so I can directly go to this number series from here, click on show details, and here you can see that I order, and these two booleans, default numbers and manual numbers, is ticked. If this manual number is not ticked and you want to go with the uh, manual numbers while uploading the excel, importing the excel, then it becomes difficult for you. System will give you the errors that manual number series input number is not required, is not allowed, right? So you have to first take this manual number, then only you will be able to import different numbers other than this series. Okay, so now for the first order I want to buy from 10,000 vendor, for the second I want to buy from the 20,000 vendor. Location code will remain blank, but if you want to go with, then you can select particular location which you want to go with. Vendor posting group is same, which is coming from the vendor card, so I don't want to change. Currency code, keep it blank. I want to go with my local currency. Okay, vendor invoice number, let's say K1 and K2. This should be unique, right? Where business posting group will remain same. So this is my header details which I already input now, right? So next go to the purchase line. Here also I need to type K0001 and K0002, right? Line number will 10,000 and 10,000, because we know that the first I just want to go with the one item only per order. So for first line the line number will be 10,000, and for the second order also only first line I want to input, first item I want to input, so the line number will remain as 10,000. Okay, buy from vendor number is 10,000, and here I don't want to go with 40,000, but I want to go with 20,000, right? Because my header details is saying the same thing. Okay, let's keep the item same, 7 and 20. Okay, I just want to go with this detail, export bin inland, fine. This general product posting group is same for the same item. VAT product post business posting group, VAT product posting group is standard. right? So just see that all the details which you want to input and which you want that should be intact in your purchase order, you should fill all that data very correctly, very accurately in both the sheets. So after your work is done, just save this file. Okay, now my ask is that I don't want that this sheet should be like when I just import this sheet, it should be directly what you say uh, what you say that directly just import the data. But I want that it should not only create the data into my system, create the purchase order into the system, but also process it, right? I also wanted to process, like how we want to process, how actually we process our purchase order into the business center, that we first do the receiving and then we do the invoicing as well, or we can do both the operations in one go, right? So that is the processing which we generally do in our purchase order, and that's how I want that as soon as I upload import my PO, uh, it just automatically post as well. So for that thing, we have the options available here. As you can see, processing rules, right? So table wise we can set the processing rules. So if I want it, I just click on processing rules here, and here you can see the action field, and in this action field we have multiple options available called post, invoice, ship, receive. So if you see that invoice, ship, receive, these all information is something which is very common, or with respect to the purchase order or the sales order, right? We in the purchase order we receive, in the sales order we ship, and then after receiving and shipping we invoice, right? So for example, if as I said that I want to process my purchase order, so let me click on receive first, and then after receiving I want to invoice as well. So I'm doing two operations here, first receiving and then invoicing. Or if you want to go with one operation, you can go with the post. Other than that, we have this option available called custom. So soon as you can, as you select the custom here, you will see that this field gets enabled where it is asking me about custom processing code unit ID, right? So I have to select my custom code unit against which I want to do some custom processing. But if you see for the receive, there is nothing like that. If you see the invoice, there is nothing like that. I cannot add it or input anything, because these actions are by default runs the code unit 80, 90, depending on you are playing with purchase order or you are playing with the sales order. So it will run those sales code units and the purchase code units. But if you have some customizations, if you really want to add some data or move some data into your custom tables while posting the purchase order or while uploading the purchase order into the system from the configuration packages, then you have to select the custom here, and then you have to write down your one code unit with some code which can do all that work which you want to. Then you can select those particular IDs here just like this, and then just go with the closure, right? Right now we don't have anything, so I can just delete this, and I just want to go with the receiving and invoicing. Of course, we have the option of filter available as well. So let's say you are uploading thousand of purchase order from the Excel, and out of those 10,000 data, you just want to go with that only this particular vendor orders must be processed, must be posted, or only the POs depending on based on particular location should only process. So all those filter you can set it up, right? So you can see here that based on the fields I can select, right? I can click on select like buy from vendor number, right? It should be 10,000 only, right? Or I can select the location, right? So based on whatever you want to process, you can add and do the things. So I just want to go with receiving and invoicing, two operations while I upload the data. So I'm done with the processing rules now. So let's import from Excel. Click here to browse, and I think it should be available in downloads. So I can go to the downloads, select my Excel, and now you see configuration package import preview. It is showing up me up in red color. Red color although signify maybe that there could be some problem, but it's not like that. If it is showing as red, that means at least there is no problem with respect to your Excel data. However, if it is showing up in green, there could be some problem, so you have to be see this color, you have to give the importance to the color as well. But anyway, it is showing me up that the package which I want to import, it has these two tables data. Okay, so now I can click on import. So after I import, you can see here that number of package records are 2 and 2 in both the tables. As you can see here that I just want to go with one item per order, so that is why 2 lines, right? So this is how it is, and number of package errors currently showing up as 0 0. Now if I want to validate, just go with the validate package. It is currently validating. Two tables are processed. Okay, so you can see here that 8 errors are currently showing up. So let's see what are those errors. Buy from vendor number must have a value in purchase header. The purchase header does not exist. Just a second. The VAT posting setup does not exist, and VAT posting setup does not exist as well. So some some errors are showing up here. Close. Buy from vendor number 10,000, 20,000, K triple 01, K triple 02. Line number is 10,000 only. I think everything is looks like correct, but let me click on cancel, and if I see the package data here, it's not showing anything. Let me try to apply the package. So it is posting as well, as you can see, right? Two tables are processed, 0 errors found, 4 records inserted. 4 records inserted means that first it inserted 2 records in my purchase order, and then it posted as well, so it inserted the record into the posted purchase invoice also. Just click on OK, and number of package records are 0 here, right? Those errors, I know that you might be feeling that how come those two errors, those 8 errors were showing up. Although you should check each error and you have to solve them as well. Currently, those errors which were showing up, I found it not very much correct, because after checking my data, it is perfectly fine. So there could be some other problem as well, but so that's why I just try to go with the apply package to see if there is any particular error comes up while posting or not. But as you can see that there is no error I found out, so no error comes up, so that's why it's good for me. But yeah, this is how we can use this concept of processing rules, which helps me to not only import the data but also process it as well, right? So if I type here posted purchase invoices, so here you can see that my two orders, which are K1 and K2, are successfully posted into as a posted purchase invoice, right? So that's the thing which is very good enough, or good functionality this configuration package is providing, that uh, while importing the data I can uh, set some processing rules and do some posting of invoices, posting of orders, or all such operations automatically, and there is no need for any manual intervention. Okay, so that's it which I wanted to show you up here in today's video, and I leave it up to you guys that you can use this processing rules, and especially with the custom options as much as you can. But as I said, you have to write some code unit as well according to your requirement in order to uh, process based on your custom rules. Okay, so that's it in the today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like it, please hit the like button and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.